What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 most heavily shorted stocks in the market as of right now. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with stock number 5, you do have WestRock, ticker is WEST. Friday it did go down 7.58%, over the last 1 year down 28.69%, and in 2024 down 34.28%. So definitely been getting hit quite hard, especially the last month. But this is what they do. So you can pause it, read through it. So packaged foods and meats, 1,400 employees. But we are here because of this. It is heavily shorted. 71.86% of the free float is being shorted. Short's been really doubling down over this last little bit, bringing it from roughly 50% short interest to where it is now. 6.48 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost of our average is fairly low, so 4.9%. And on Friday, shorts didn't really do all that much. They returned around 9,000 shares. And so kind of a drop in the bucket. So short score is 86.4. So the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. So that is comprised of utilization, cost to borrow, and number of shares being shorted. So kind of just be aware of that. There's a lot of other data up top here that I'm not necessarily going to go over, so you guys can always pause it and read through it. But going into this upcoming week, you do have roughly 7,000 shares available to be shorted. Moving on to stock number 4, you do have Bone Biologics Corporation, ticker is BBLG, did go up a very impressive 18.13% on Friday. Over the last 1 year, down 64.64%, and in 2024, down 52.43%. So it is showing some signs of life as of the last little bit. This is the company profile. So biotech, 2 employees, founded in 2004 and based out of Burlington, but it is very heavily shorted. So 74.81% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 1.28 million shares. Shorts did return 133,000 shares on Friday. Cost to borrow average is very high, 435.51%, and utilization at 98.81%. So kind of interesting. Once again, with this case, I'm not going to bring it up in every scenario, but it does show shares on loan being 1.31 million, and looking right here, 1.28 million overall shares being shorted. So utilization is very, very high. So something, again, to kind of add to your watch list. But you do have, as well through IBKR, roughly around 2,000 shares available to be shorted. So shorts are of limited supply. So something just to add to your watch list. Moving on to stock number 3, you have 𝗖𝗧 Corporation, did go up 11.88% on Friday. On the last 1 year, down 22.49%, and in 2024 it is up 14.67%. So ever since August, it has really shown some pretty good improvement. So over the last 1 month, it is up 23.81%. This is what they do. So again, pause it, read through it. So it is based out of Ottawa in Canada. 490 employees, founded in 1969, but 75.23% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 330.76 thousand shares. On Friday, though, shorts did return quite a lot, so it shows 374,000 shares being returned. Cost to borrow average is 7.29. So in theory, this is exactly what the market likes to squeeze. Heavily shorted stocks, low float companies. So again, definitely consider this stock to add to your watch list. And even through IBKR does indicate around 200,000 shares is available to be shorted. Moving on to stock number 2. So this is a repeat stock from last report. Big Bear, ticker is BBAI, and so currently sitting at $1.58. No activity or movement, I guess, from Friday. This is what they do. So pause it, read through it, like I said, but very heavily shorted. 75.31% of the free float, in fact. Works out to be 27.31 million shares. Shorts did return 231,000 shares on Friday. Cost to borrow average is 25.51. Short score is roughly around 91. And through IBKR does indicate that there is 500,000 shares available to be shorted. So a little bit of supply when it comes down to that. But this one is a very popular retail driven stock, similar to WestRock that I did bring up. And moving on to stock number 1, another popular one, repeat. I believe it's been number 1 for a while now, and that is B. Riley Financial, tickers RILY. Friday did go up slightly, 0.35% over the last 1 year, down 86.95, and in 2024 down 72.37. Pretty sure a lot of people generally know what they do, but this is it in case you are curious. So based out of LA and whatever else, but 79.94% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 12.7 million shares being shorted. 195,000 shares were increased on Friday. Cost to borrow average is 102.16%. Utilization is 95.49%. So very interesting stuff, and I did bring this up in my last report, but shares on loan being 12.31 million and available, or I guess overall shares being shorted, is 12.7. So a very clear indication that there is naked shorting, right? There's more shares being shorted than on loan. So math isn't mathing, of course, but generally shorts have really been all over the stock for a very long time. They kind of returned quite a lot in June-ish, so went from around 75 to, or about 80% to where it is during that time frame. So once again, that could happen, and that could really give a nice boost to the stock price in theory. So let me know your thoughts on the top 5 most heavily shorted stocks in the market. Do you think that any of these is going to squeeze? And if not, what other stocks do you feel has a good likelihood of a squeeze for this upcoming week? GameStop did have a fairly good Friday, so do you think that's going to be the strongest candidate, or what is your overall thoughts on all that? One final thing, make sure you guys definitely take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So this is a very kick-ass deal. Link to this is in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.